evaluate limit of the function square root of 2x squared minus 1 divided by 3x plus 5 to a limit as x tends to infinity. Solution to this question quickly. Now we were given limit of square root of 2x squared minus 1 all over 3x plus 5 as x tends to infinity. As x tends to infinity, we're given this. Now whenever we have x tends to infinity, what we are going to do is to quickly divide all our function by the highest power of, x that is having the highest degree for each of the function. So in this case now, if you look at this one up here, the only x we have here is raised to power 2. So we are going to have this. This will be, we will now be having limit of square root of 2x square divided by s square minus 1 all over s square. So we have that for the top because the x with the highest power is 2 there. So we have that. So all over, for this case, we have our x to raise the highest power of 1 degree. Yeah. Why I'm saying that? Because there are times when you have other values of x, like you have x raised to power 2, x raised to power 3 in the same function. But in this case now we just have only this, so this is a bit easier. So we have 3x divided by x, then plus 5 divided by x. Now don't forget our limit as x tends to infinity, so we have that. Now when you divide that successfully, s squared will divide s squared, so you still have our limit of let's say x tends to infinity like we have here. So our limit, this will be square root of 2, we have square root of 2, then minus 1 all over x squared. So we have that up. So for the down, we have 3 because this divide this is 3. Then plus our 5 all over x, So we have that. Now let us bring in the limit that we're given as x tends to infinity. Now when x tends to infinity, all the values of x will be 0. Remember, infinity is at that point where we have a higher degree, which is at a point x equals to 0. So we substitute 0 for all the values of x. So 1 divided by 0, which is the power the value of x here. So we have 0 here. So we'll be left with square root of 2. That minus 0, that is what we have there. Remember, this is 0 as well as x tends to infinity. So this will be 3 plus 0. Because anything divided by 0 is that. So we have that. Now we are actually moving on. Now as we continue, so that we have what we have left here is square root of 2 all over 3. Square root of 2 over 3. So that is the answer to this question. So that is how limit to infinity is actually solved.